That's it. We just want to win for our team.
My goodness! And everyone finishes it!
Yeah, we're just as good as the men, or better.
It's a huge point for the Bay Area.
Good chance that's the #1 highlight of the week.
Oh yeah, baby, it is week 9, day number 2 of Major League Table Tennis, coming to you live from where? Portland, Oregon. And we've got a lot of action to look forward to. This is the West Division, and the question is, who's gonna come out on top? Only the top 2 teams advance. If you're ready for the action, let's welcome our officials. Put your hands together for Jerry Lee and Mei Wong. And now, please give a warm welcome to the number 3 team in the West Division, Texas Smash. And their opponents, the number 1 team in the West Division, Bay Area Blasters! Nick. All righty, there's no chance. All righty, now that all the Warriors are here, let's shake some hands and slap some skins and let the games begin.
And here we go on a Saturday night from the beautiful Pacific Northwest. We are in Portland, Oregon, day 2 of this Portland weekend. And the first game of the evening features the Bay Area Blasters and the Texas Smash. Bay Area were beaten yesterday, and they're clinging to their status atop the West Division ever so slightly. It's a 1-point lead over second place Seattle. Meanwhile, Texas performed admirably yesterday, coming from behind against Portland. So the Smash try to narrow the gap between the Blasters and the Spinners, who are currently in the playoff position. Texas hoping to get closer to that coveted playoff berth. We're winding down. The regular season just has a couple months left. Evan Lepler with Sean O'Neill. Great to be with you. And the Bay Area Blasters were beaten pretty soundly yesterday, so this is an important match for them. They're playing without Tao and Jong. Exactly. For the Texas Smash, they were down 6-3, stormed back beautifully with dominant performances from Rebete and Macbeth. What are you anticipating today, Sean?
Should be a very tight match. Both these teams have very strong and a lot of young players, but the first match, Macbeth, is going to be very tough with Jinbo Ma.
We can take a look at the schedule for the proceedings this evening. 4 singles matches and the 1 doubles match, too. Jinbao Ma against David Macbeth will get the day started here at the Portland Expo Center. And then we'll transition to Sonora Silva and Nandan Naresh. Those 2 players are practice teammates for a long time.
They've been playing a lot together. It should be a very tight match. They know each other's serves and tendencies very well.
We got a men's doubles team against a mixed doubles team, which is going to be interesting, and that's a byproduct of the fact that the Bay Area Blasters are playing Lily Zhang in singles today. She's actually in the AB spot, so she's got the challenge of battling head-to-head with Hiromitsu Kasahara, who just arrived from Tokyo last night.
He just finished the Japanese National Championships 2 hours later, was on a plane for Portland, so that should be a very interesting matchup. Lily very strong against men players. She practices a lot against the top male players in the Bay Area.
A reminder of the competition format. Each of these matches leading into the Golden Game will be 3 games to 11. It is not win by 2. You get to 10 all. It's a golden point to decide the game. Every game worth 1 point in the overall standings. The Golden Game counts for 6. And for the Bay Area Blasters, every point counts. They're currently just 1 point clear of second place Seattle. And Jinbao Ma struggled yesterday against Seattle's Nikhil Kumar. Meanwhile, David Macbeth was on fire in his battle for the Texas Smash. So we'll see if he can keep it rolling today. David Macbeth and Jinbao Ma competed against one another in Pleasanton, Sean. That was on November 18th. Macbeth won 3-0, but all 3 games were decided by 2 points or less. There were 2 11-9s and the 1 11-10. So certainly closer than the 3-0 score would indicate, and Jinbao Ma is here looking for revenge.
He's also the new 2023 U.S. Open champion, which he won in Ontario, California in December, so he's been on somewhat of a hot streak. We'll see if he's able to keep that momentum going here against the Brit.
Blaster, serve. 0-0.
Saturday night table tennis from Portland, Oregon. It is great to have you with us as the Blasters and the Smash get the doubleheader started. Jinbao Ma will serve to Dave Macbeth. What were you most impressed with Dave Macbeth's performance yesterday against Jonathan McDonald?
And he was just overpowering both at the mid distance, but we saw a number of shots where he went even further back. I couldn't believe, kind of joked during the post Golden Game interview how strong his footwork was, because he says, my footwork, that's never one of my strengths, but he was moving gracefully, covering the entire court. I just really love the smoothness of all of his strokes.
1-2.
Jinbao Ma very strong on the forehand side. Backhand keeps it in play. Doesn't go for too much of a risk on the backhand, but the forehand, he will counterattack and try to unload heavy topspin.
Jinbao Ma did not play poorly yesterday. It was more Nikhil Kumar was on fire. Jinbao losing 11-8, 11-7, and 11-10.
I think Nikhil really surprised him with the amount of offense that he started.
And surprised you.
Yeah, because Nikhil loves to counterattack and mix it up. When we spoke with him, he was like, well, I've got to try something different. And he really went full power right from the start. And there's the power of Macbeth.
3-4.
Any balls that hang up in the air, look for him to just turn, get his forehand in. Almost impossible to track that ball. Oh. Set that up with a deep serve, but unable to convert. Opposed Ma now with a 2-point differential and the serve.
Expecting a big crowd tonight here at the Expo Center. Certainly the hometown paddlers selling a lot of tickets and expected to be a raucous, rowdy atmosphere trying to get the paddlers off their long losing streak. They got to get off the schneid. It won't be easy against a Seattle team that is young and hungry and played really well last night in their match against the Blasters.
Such an incredible Golden Game, leading 11-2, but then trailing 19-17 before taking the final 4 points.
5-6.
7, 5.
How big of a hop up in level is it for Dave Macbeth going against McDonald yesterday to Jinbao Ma today?
Well, it's going after the U.S. Open champion versus one of the top players in college. So, not to take anything away from Jonathan,
7,
but Jinbao Ma
6.
has played extremely well internationally, some of the World Table Tennis Pro Tour events, and then to take the U.S. Open. No one was happier than he was. Of course, MLTT players did exceptionally well at the U.S. Open this year. Amy Wong taking women's singles and doubles.
7, 7.
Audie Serene doing extremely well in the under 21, under 19, under 17.
The one under 19, under 17, and U15, which is outrageous.
Seven, 8.
Certainly very competitive opening game here. Jinbao Ma for the Blasters. Back up by 1. One more serve for Dave Macbeth as the Blasters look on. Good serve.
8, 8.
Both players playing really under control, not going for too many crazy shots, but focusing on placement, change of spin on the serve. 8-all. And that's what Jinbao Ma does so well. Once he gets that first spin in, it's just relentless afterwards. Keeps the forehand pressure coming. Wow, a risky backhand on the forehand side of the table for the serve return and then cutting it across. Jinbao Ma tried to step around, but there was still heavy underspin on that ball. Just drilled it into the top of the net.
Testing the net's durability with how hard he hit that ball. Thankfully, we got durable equipment here, courtesy of Butterfly. Jinbao Ma wins that gargantuan point to set up a game point here, leading 10-9.
It's just a series of great forehands, super footwork. Again, it's that constant pressure once he makes the first forehand on the table.
Jinbao Ma takes game 1. He finally gets to the finish line in a close one against Dave Macbeth.
So after losing 3-0 in their last matchup, Jinbao Ma very strong, playing the big points at the end. So smart.
The Blasters on the board first here today. Jinbao Ma play doubles again. He was paired with Lily Zhang yesterday, but Lily playing singles today. It'll be Jinbao and Nadi Godwani going against Texas's Kasahara and Wong. That's coming up in a little bit. Good start for Macbeth in game 2.
Like 1-0.
That's just so powerful by Macbeth.
2.
And with his height at 6'4", when his opponent opens up on that first attack and it's a little high, that's when he just comes on top of it. Really great stroke. That time,
1, 2.
Jinbao Ma mixing up the placement on the serve. He likes to go short down the line to the forehand.
After Friday's action, Sean, there was no player in the West Division that scored more fantasy points on Friday than Dave Macbeth. Got the 30 points for sweeping a singles match. He also got 5 points winning one of the 3 doubles games, and then he got 20 points for the Golden Game. That's winning 5 Golden Game points.
And I thought you were going to say Evan was the most point winner on Friday night based on your lineup.
Well, I did well. I wasn't the #1 spot, but I'm in contention.
3, 3.
But the most important thing I did was I hit the submit button,
2,
which allowed
4.
my team to compete, something that is a problem more than you would think.
It can be tricky, especially if you're using the Chrome browser. So we'll work on that skill for the next East Coast event. Winter Haven.
Winter Haven, 2 weeks, Super Bowl weekend.
3, 4.
Very strong defense there by
5, 3.
Macbeth, just holding the table, dealing with these opening loops. Again, keeping it over on the backhand side. It's the weaker side for Jinbao Ma. And there's the power of Macbeth. Oh, and look at both players.
The mesmerizing point right there.
You can hear how crisp their attacks are. Every one of these counter loops from the backcourt.
Surprising to see Macbeth come up nothing but air after he had made such good contact. So many shots in a row. Let's is called.
5, 4.
These are two of the biggest hitters in Major League Table Tennis.
4, 6.
Who would you say is the biggest hitter right now in MLTT? Jishan?
Yes, good call. Good call. When he puts everything into it from the Princeton Revolution, it doesn't come back, and especially but don't forget Hagberg, right? When he swings, it's all or nothing as well. But I think Jishan maybe slightly stronger technique and a little taller. So when he puts his weight behind the ball, it's a rocket ship.
Six all here in game 2.
6, 6.
And the Texas Smash currently mirroring the Princeton Revolution in the East in the fact that they're currently in 3rd place. For the moment on the outside looking into that playoff race. After this weekend, just 2 more regular season weekends for each of the 2 divisions.
Just great play by both players. Macbeth over the table. Just adding power to this backhand. You can just see his racket driving through the ball.
Big fist pump from
6,
Macbeth.
8.
Trying to even up this match at a game apiece.
And really pulling from the playbook of Jinbao Ma, the short serve to the forehand, followed by the quick forehand opening. Both players mirroring the other on their serve and serve returns. Macbeth has gone wide a couple times at the end of the last game. Needs to get over the ball.
like 7, 8.
Will it be 8-all or 9-7 with the serve going back to Macbeth? 8-all.
Just so tough
8, 8.
to determine how much spin is on that first loop. Jinbao Ma likes to spin it heavy, causing the opponent to have to really cover and get on the top of the ball. That was a good topspin serve
9,
there
8.
by Macbeth. Oh, what a wonderful forehand there
8,
by
10.
Macbeth. Just jumped on top of it to get 2 game points.
Dave ticked up his level just a little bit this second game after dropping game 1. Another close game though, not over yet.
Macbeth
9,
made a
10.
strong first backhand on the serve, but unable to convert. He comes up with a little bit of nothing on that second ball.
9 serving 10. Ma trying to get us to a golden point. And he will. It'll be Macbeth serving at 10-10 with game 2 hanging in the balance here.
Both teams standing up on their feet.
Dave Macbeth
11,
with a big
10.
forehand to take game 2 for Texas.
Game 2,
Super
smash.
serve, ball popped up, Macbeth put it away.
So Ma and Macbeth, 1 game apiece. This has a look of a very competitive night of Major League Table Tennis here in the Pacific Northwest. Well, yesterday we had 5 golden points over the course of the 30 games. Just had our first of Saturday night. Macbeth taking it over Ma, and now Jinbao Ma to serve to start game 3 of the rubber game in this opening singles match, and that's a fantastic inside-out forehand winner.
Great third ball attack by Ma to start off this third game.
Beautifully placed in the corner with some pop.
Good locational choice again.
So both these players, Sean, have done a pretty good job winning points on their serve. That's a good little mini break there for Jinbao.
He knows he needs to be aggressive with Macbeth's height. Anything that he tries to go short that goes too high, Macbeth is just all over it.
Three, two.
A great backhand loop by Macbeth.
And he just won both points on Ma's serve. Opportunity to take his first lead here in game 3.
You just see the amount of form and wrist play.
Four straight points for Texas and Dave Macbeth. I'd be very surprised if one of these players went on a 7-2 run and won this game 11-6.
They both play such similar styles off the serve and serve return. Exact same reversed pendulum serve out to the forehand. Macbeth a little bit better from the backcourt. Jinbao Ma stronger with the forehand up at the table.
Players switch sides of the table with Ma in front 5-4. Sonora Silver and Nandan Naresh coming up next.
Wow. That was a big error, a real misread on that serve. There was that much more topspin on Ma's serve, but Macbeth sailed it long. Oh, and that was a good combination by Macbeth. Got that first forehandle in and then kept the pressure on.
Another opportunity lost there. Macbeth showing some signs of frustration.
Had an open court down the line with the backhand. Ma had turned the corner, ready to step around. Macbeth saw it, just couldn't deal with the heavy underspin.
Two serves for Ma, chance to potentially break it open.
See Macbeth already hedging to get his backhand into play. Creates a little wider angle to the forehand side. Oh, that was a beauty.
Yes, it was.
Great backhand down the line. Great touch.
Dave Macbeth played doubles yesterday with Amy Wong. He is not going to be playing doubles today. Hiromitsu Kasahara steps into doubles instead, so Macbeth will have a long break before the Golden Game.
Again, very strong backhand opening shot. And we're tied once again. Just a testament to how close these players are.
What a rally.
8-7.
That's just sheer power by Macbeth. Great placement, counterattacks, taking it in both directions. You can see the follow through above his head as he puts everything into the ball.
Looks like a drill, smashing it to one quarter, smashing to the other. But a miss hit on the backhand, and we're tied at 8-all again.
And Jinbao Ma has been very successful at not only the drop shot, but the deep jamming push into Macbeth's backhand. He's won a number of points direct off that serve return.
Oh, what a rally.
9-8.
And Jinbao Ma turns it around for a 9-8 lead.
Macbeth looked like he was starting in the driver's seat with the loop, but Ma just took it cross court for the winner.
Game points for Ma and the Blasters to take this opening singles match.
And it was a very aggressive serve return by Macbeth, but Jin Bao Ma completely ready for it.
Beth trying to get it back to Jimbao Ma's serve at 10-10. Work to do. And it's over.
8-11.
Jimbao Ma
Game two,
takes 2 out of 3. 3 close games, very tightly contested. Neither player ever had a lead of more than 3 points throughout those 3 games. But in the end, it's a 2-1 lead for the Blasters as we get started here on this Saturday night in Portland. So an entertaining opening singles match here on this Saturday evening, and Jimbao Ma has put the headset on. Congratulations, that was intense. It was close the whole way, so it felt like there was really a lot of gravity on every single point. How did it feel for you competing against David out there today?
So this we play second time. First time I'm lost. So also yesterday I'm lost 3-0. So I need to adjust myself to some strategy and physically and mentally. So yeah, I think because David is a very stronger player, so I need it's ready for today.
How important was in December winning the U.S. Open for yourself? Was that the biggest championship you've ever won?
Yeah, this U.S. Open, I really want to win. So I already played 5 times. So I need also quarterfinal. I'm 0-3 down. Play against Eugene. Also, before I just lost in the Air Open semifinal. So I need 3-0 down, and I refresh myself and say, oh, already lost. You need the beginning and one by one, and just trust yourself. Yeah.
Did you surprise yourself with what you did in December?
Yeah, I think like a little bit incredible, and also is always my goal. So I think I can do better.
Congratulations on the
Thank
past
you.
couple months and a good start today, taking 2 points for your team. We'll see you in doubles here shortly. Thanks, Jimbao.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, into the second singles we go, and a couple of talented youngsters that like to pose for the camera, particularly Sonora Silver. It's like he's going to a disco. The Sri Lanka-born right-handed player, Sonora Silva, 18 years of age, going against Nandan Naresh, who just turned 17 at the end of December. Nandan was playing against Cole yesterday and took a game off of him.
Played exceptionally well. And also played him in the golden game.
Sonora Silva battled against Olajide Omatayo and won 1 game. So both these players went 1 and 2 yesterday. That's a nifty backhand down the line. Get out of my way. 3-0 lead for Silva. Naresh gets on the board.
Very interesting when you play against a practice partner or somebody that you play often in tournaments. Do you change up your tactics, give them something they haven't seen, or do you go with what they see on a regular basis, which they're often more comfortable? I think Nandan has to be careful not to try to match Silva power for power.
He matched him that point, Sean.
Amazing. Silva is so strong from the backcourt. This time Nandan just keeps the pressure, stays with the forehand. That was the key one, down the line.
An extended and deserved ovation after that last point. Miss hit by Silva there, and Naresh has his first lead. A 5-4 advantage for Texas.
Both players scoring directly off their serve. It's interesting, you can hear Nandan sometimes saying exactly what he wants to do. The last one he said, stay in the rally. And that's that overhitting that Nandan has to be careful. If the shot's not there, he can just spin one more on. He's fast enough to cover the entire court.
Thought it was really interesting, Sean, yesterday when you asked Collet to put his coaching hat on and talk about what Nandan Naresh can continue to add to his game to take it to the next level.
Yeah, and he said that stroke-wise, he's solid, he's right there. Height-wise, gives him a nice advantage, but he just needs to play against stronger competition on a regular basis. And clearly MLTT is going to provide some of that.
8-6.
And I think as he gets a chance maybe to play in the upper two slots, that would be something that he can shoot for. Needs to be in among the top two of on his team to do that, though.
He was in that spot yesterday playing against Collet with Hiromitsu Kasahara being activated today. Nandan now in the CD duo.
And that's a big point
7
for Sonora. It's just so much easier playing with a 2-point lead than this back and forth that we've seen so far.
7
8 points here for Silva.
Seven,
11-7
Game 2.
as Silva earns an opening game victory for the Blasters. Naresh going for the third ball attack, but a good return from Silva and just too much on it as Silva takes game one. So Sonora Silva gives the Blasters a 3-1 lead. Bay Area in first place in the West Division, entering this evening's competition. But certainly the Seattle Spinners are nipping at their heels.
0-0.
Bay Area trying to set the tone with a strong performance here before the Spinners take on the hometown paddlers later tonight.
0-1.
Any major tactical adjustments you need to make here if you're Nandan?
I think just reduce some of the overplays.
1-1.
It's just a natural tendency when a person hits the ball by you faster to want to match them speed for speed. Nandan is really known for his ability to keep the ball going longer in each rally. But
3-0.
I spoke to Sonora before the match, and he said that he really felt the biggest improvement from Nandan's game recently has been his power. So not a big surprise that he's going for more.
3-0. One, 3.
Just seems like Silva has a lot more confidence at the key points. Doesn't always have to go for a risky shot. That time misses his opening backhand.
1-4.
Nandan with a very strong start here in game 2.
Four, 2. Four, 3.
Smart play by
3,
Nandan.
5.
He said good hands to himself afterwards off that net ball, just keeping it in play, not doing anything crazy, just extending the rally.
Three, 6.
Silva going for
7,
risky and wristy backhand. Not showing a lot of patience. And Nandan
8, 3.
opens up a sizable lead here at 8-3 here in game 2. Finding his rhythm.
Four, 8.
In those situations, Evan, if Nandan can just put a little bit more spin on the ball for that second attack. He's already got the upper hand on the speed. That's a good return.
Oh, what a sequence from Naresh. The
4,
footwork to stay
9.
in the point.
The drop shot, the change, the step around.
Had it all.
Beautiful across the body forehand to finish off the point.
Nine, 5.
Plenty of game
10,
points here
5.
for Naresh to even up this match at a game apiece. And he only needs one.
11, 5.
Convincing performance in game 2 from the 17-year-old from the Midwest. Nandan Naresh readjusting that top knot with a big game 3 still to come between himself and Sonora Silva. Don't go anywhere. Rubber game between these two second singles in just a moment. Silva takes game one 11-7. Naresh responds 11-5 in game two. That 6-point win, the most lopsided game we've seen so far today. What was most different in your mind? Was it just a different mentality that Naresh went to the table with?
Well, I think also after Silva won the first game, there's a
Game
tendency
three.
of backing
Smash
off a little
serve.
bit, not taking as many
0-0.
offensive risks, and Nandan just jumped on that open opportunity to get the offense
0-1.
going. Great step around there by Naresh. Silva had Naresh where he wanted him until Nandan decides, I'm going to get a back edge. Sonora unable to lift that ball up and keep it in play.
Left, 1-2.
Oh, that was a very strong backhand out to the forehand by Sonora Silva. Change of pace and change of spin on Nandan's last serve. Oh, and look at Silva.
3-3.
Just puts the hammer on this backhand serve return out to the forehand. Right now, Silva is stepping his game up. He knows he needs to put more pressure offensively on Nandan. And you can see
3-5.
keeping the offense on his side of the table. Would not be surprised at a Texas timeout if Silva wins this point.
Taking a look over at George Bitzigayo, the head coach of the Smash. He's going to let Nandan play through it.
Giving him the green light. Silva completely ready
7-4.
for that backhand out to the forehand side. Interesting.
6-7.
And what happened there?
He actually celebrated during the point, which generally you would lose the point for. He thought the ball was over.
8-6.
So,
Interesting.
Umpires didn't say anything. Silva chose not to make a big deal about it.
Thank you.
Soares stays focused and sees the finish line.
Yeah, sometimes that's just the smartest thing you can do instead of get into any type of controversy and expend your energy trying to win a point that's already been played. A lot of that has to do with the fact that they respect each other as training partners. And that's a great backhand side spin chop block by Nandan Naresh. Just cut the side off of that ball. Nice and low.
Naresh continues to swing away here.
9.
He's going out to the forehand right now. I think he's tired of Silva's return on the backhand side. Sometimes that can be riskier going out to the forehand because you're going to get a counterattack.
9.
But Silva's backhand block is very strong. Once again, Nandan
9.
with the big forehand. And we could not be closer here in game 3. Both players taking turns, going for strong openings and big finishings.
10. 9.
Silva in front, 10-9.
With the serve.
Nandan needs to win this point on Silva's serve, and then he would serve at 10-all. And he will have a chance to do it. Silva can't believe he airmailed that one long, clicking it off the net.
He had the match on his paddle, and now Nandan Naresh.
Silva able to get to the finish line.
Blasters.
Fun match. These two teenagers have got some game. But Silva a little bit more experience playing Major League table tennis. And that pays off on the Golden Point Game 3. That's a 4-2 lead for the Blasters. 2 narrow victories. We'll talk to Sonora in just a moment.
How do you know Tiffany? This gets really, really weird. I don't know the legal how this works here, but she was married, you married her, you're both sitting in front of her. Congratulations on being the table.
Well, we popped the headset on to Sonora Silva. That was intense. First of all, tell us about your relationship with Nandan, how long you guys have played table tennis together.
I came to Ohio like 1.5 years ago, and I met Nandan, and we practiced like daily. So we know like we are like best friends. So yeah, we've been practicing like a lot. So we both like know each other's game very well. So I knew it like before I come to the game, like it will be a very challenging game for me.
Does that familiarity make it more fun or make it less enjoyable?
No, it is enjoyable. It was enjoyable. Yeah, I played very well, honestly. Yeah, but I was leading like 9-7, and I was so pressure. Yeah.
So it seemed like at the previous game point where you had the high ball and you missed that one.
That was crazy.
But then you fought so hard on that very last point just to keep the offense. Yeah. What was going through your mind in order to keep that pressure?
I mean, I always needed to like get more points for my team. So even like I missed when I was 10-9, I wanted to like get the point like somehow. So yeah, I did a great job for my team. Yeah.
Tell us about that pose that you did in the picture. How do you feel about how that turned out?
That was my idol, Usain Bolt. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Yeah. That's a good call. Great stuff, Sonora.
Thank
Congratulations on taking 2 out of 3, and we'll see you in the Golden Game in a little bit.
Sure. Thank you.
So a 4-2 lead for the Blasters as we get set for doubles. And it's not a pure mixed doubles match, Sean. It's Jinbao Ma and Ani Gadwani, the 2 male players for the Blasters, going against the mixed doubles duo of Kasahara and Wong. And it is interesting when you look at the data. Men's doubles teams against mixed doubles teams. Men's doubles teams have gone 10-14 in games this season against mixed doubles teams. I don't know how to properly editorialize or put that into context, but that's what the data has said. There have been 8 instances of men's doubles versus mixed doubles, and more often than not, the mixed team has prevailed.
And I think it's a testament to how strong the women are in MLTT. You've got basically the U.S. women's Olympic team
Match 3.
coming out with Amy Wong, Lily Jung,
Blosser serve.
Rachel
0-0.
Sung. Very strong, the Pan Am Games gold medal team. So
0-1.
they're all excellent doubles players, and it's really a matter of how often they can play and get practice. And look at this. You're going to see the Texas Smash
0.
really putting the pedal to the metal with both these hard-hitting players. Hiromitsu Kasahara, Amy Wong.
2-1.
Kasahara's first appearance this weekend. And there's a winner from Godwani right down the middle.
2-2.
Godwani also making his Portland weekend debut. Shorty worked off there for Hiromitsu.
Amy Wong, excellent drop shot on the serve return. Not giving Adi Godwani much to work with.
Tremendous third ball attack there.
Just over the table. Took the backswing so early and just put it away.
Smooth, confident swing. Compact.
And there's the exact same thing with the misdirection.
Going the other way. Kasahara does not look like the jet lag is bothering him too much. We talked about that with Texas coach Jorg Bitzigayo. It's the life of a table tennis player. You are hopping from one time zone to the next daily.
And Jorg had mentioned that Hiromitsu jumped on a plane within 2 hours of his last match at the Japanese Nationals. I think that's just tremendous dedication to the teammates. Oh, and that's a great backhand opening loop by Amy Wong.
It's opening doubles games getting away from the Blasters.
And Amy able to handle Jinbao Ma's strong backhand attack.
It's good team camaraderie when one player makes a mistake and the other person kind of nods affirmatively as to say that was the exact right shot you should have made.
Exactly. You want to be a positive force, and if a player, your partner especially, misses the right shot, don't tell them to back off. Tell them to keep going for it. A little bit of a dry spell.
That's 3 straight for the Blasters here. Sliced a 6-point gap in half.
Amy, aggressive serve, doubles. Probably 8 times out of 10 you're going to be serving short just because the opponent knows where you're serving to cross court. Occasionally the players will.
What a point! Amy Wong with a winner to take game 1. Kasahara digs out this net ball right before it hits the floor, and then look at the footwork. Kasahara moves out of the way. Amy Wong says, "Give me that." great crowd expected here this evening as the Portland Paddlers host this MLTT weekend. You can snag some MLTT merch at mltt.com/shop. And the doubles is just such a different dynamic, and for folks who haven't seen it before, to get to watch these players. Now, these doubles teams may not have the chemistry or camaraderie of the world-class doubles teams that'll play in the Olympics, but it's still just a riveting style of table tennis where they alternate the shots, the footwork, the teamwork. It's really fascinating to watch it closely and see how the players maneuver around the table.
One thing that's unique is the players will give each other hand signals under the table. Generally, it won't be the server, but the partner saying what type of spin or the location of where they want the ball to go. Sometimes if they're serving it deep, they'll move their hand very fast, showing that it's going to be going off the end of the table. Of course, they'll tell them whether it's underspin, side spin, or top spin, or a combination.
You often talk about the order changing from game 1 to game 2. For instance, game 1 started with Adi Gadwani serving to Hiramitsu Kasahara. Now you got Amy Wong hitting to Jinbao Ma. And do you think that's an advantage for the Blasters?
It is. No, it's an advantage for the Texas Smash because Amy's not going to have to take Jinbao Ma's shot. Her partner will. So.
2-3.
And that's where Amy can get the upper hand. Amy is so, very much like David Macbeth, so smooth, great timing, never looks like she's putting extra force into the ball, but it flies so fast.
It's like a batting practice fastball that Gadwani just sat up there in the middle for Wong to put away, which she did convincingly.
And Kasahara needs to make that one. It was on his paddle. He knows that's his point to keep the pressure on, or at least to extend the rally. That time Amy needed an extra step to get her forehand in. Gadwani would be very well served to just keep attacking, especially deep on the table, so Amy Wong can't take it off the bounce so easily. Oh, and there's a
3-6.
unforced error on the serve. Jinbao Ma, great touch.
Sean, before you arrived to the venue today, I was here early, and I got a paddle and was playing a little table tennis myself, which I don't do very often, and had some fun games against members of our talented production crew, and found myself apologizing if we got a netball winner. But if I hit an edge, I was celebrating like I had meant to do it.
8-3.
Yeah.
You frown upon that.
If it was off of a high ball that you were smashing the edge, that was going to be your point anyway. But if it was off of a ball where you're out of position, you really want to acknowledge that that was a lucky one. But I'm thrilled.
I was aiming for the edge of the table.
And you hit it.
Yeah. There's nothing fluky about it whatsoever.
Right now, the Blasters are looking good, but don't count the smash out. In doubles, you do see a bit of streaky play.
This hit by Wong, though, and it's game points for the Bay Area.
And Amy Wong having some backhand difficulties to finish off game 2.
3 straight matches that have been 1-1 through the first 2 games. as Jinbao Ma and Adi Gadwani respond to their 11-6 loss with an emphatic 11-5 win. Rubber game coming up. So I ask you, Sean O'Neill, who do you give the edge to after a 5-point win for the Smash and a 6-point win for the Blasters? Who do you favor in game 3?
If you just look at the first two, remember they're going to change ends once one team gets to 5. And the second game order will prevail at the second half of the third game. You got to lean toward the Blasters
Game 3.
from the Bay Area. They're just running things a little bit. Teamwork not really showing up so well with the Smash.
0-1.
There's the very tricky serve by Jinbao Ma.
Kasahara can't believe he missed it.
But that's what Adi Gadwani has to do. Anytime he gets a chance, instead of playing defense, he has to force the offense. No need to try to finish that point when you have a partner like Jinbao Ma ready to follow. Just put heavy spin on it, good location, and get out of the way.
2-3.
Oh, that was a great drop shot by Kasahara.
4-2.
Super touch, just dropped it gently over the net. Jinbao Ma looking to loop and then had to step in.
What a point. Powerful forehands, both from Kasahara and Wong, to take a 5-2 lead.
Just great teamwork by Texas.
Next MLTT weekend, 2 weeks from now, in the tropical paradise of Winter Haven, Florida, February 9th through the 11th. We'll be back in the Pacific Northwest the end of February. Then New Jersey and Kansas also on the schedule. Championship weekend details will be announced soon.
And Evan, true to form, as I mentioned, that the Blasters would dominate game 3. It's just the opposite. Texas on a roll.
2-7.
Well, you get more of your prognostications right than not from a table tennis perspective. But from a fantasy table tennis perspective, that's been a different story.
Yeah, you know what? I will say I had Nandan on my team before I missed the submit button because I just like his attitude, and I think he's going to be the face of U.S. men's table tennis with the great improvement that he's had, making U.S. world team, representing the U.S. internationally. But yeah, that submit button, got to be able to
You
execute.
live, you learn. Long uphill climb here for the Blasters as they try to get back into this third game.
Really like Kazuhara telling Amy Wong. Wow. Look at that reach and run down by Gadwadi. I don't know how he got out to the wide forehand, but able to take it back cross court to keep his team's hopes alive. Yeah. That's a little bit risky there.
Game points for the smash.
Amy not known for her lobbing prowess. She likes to take the ball off the bounce. Could see. Happy to hit it, but not really to direct it.
Well, that's Amy Wong's game. Wasting no time on the return to hit what was basically the last shot the smash needed to take care of 2 points in doubles. So the smash were trailing 4-2 on the team tally. They're back within one, down 5-4 as we head back to singles in a moment. Hiramitsu Kasahara and Amy Wong take 2 of the 3 points for the Texas Smash. We're joined by Amy Wong. Amy, congratulations. You played with David yesterday, Hiro today. What's the biggest difference between having those 2 different doubles partners back-to-back days?
I think David and Hiro, they're quite different in style of playing. I think for David, I think he's more playing back at the table, and Hiro, he's faster, he's closer to the table. So I think with this match, I think our speed won over.
So Amy, instead of talking about the Golden Game, which I know you love to play, can you tell us a little bit about your preparation and what you're looking forward going towards potentially the Olympics in Paris? Are you in school? Are you out of school? What is your training set up for right now?
I just returned back to school, so I'm in my winter quarter, but I'm still trying to keep up with the practice. So yeah, as you know, like Rachel, we're roommates and also teammates, so I practice with her if we have time. And yeah, we're preparing for the trials at the end of March.
That was a strange doubles match you just played in that you won games 1 and 3 convincingly, but they won game 2 convincingly. How did y'all turn it around? What was the conversation like after game 2?
I think for the first game we played well because we were playing passively, keeping it short, and just during rallies playing it safe. I think for the second game we played too aggressively. We tried to kill every single serve return. I think at the third game we went back to our strategy during the first game. I think that helped a lot.
Great stuff, Amy. Appreciate the perspective. We'll let you get ready for the Golden Game. Thanks so much. Alexi Dewan and Daryl Sao are up next. Both these players went 1 and 2 in their singles matches yesterday. Daryl Sao against Tyrese Knight. Alexi Dewan against Johan Hogberg, losing 11-10 in game 3. How would you compare these 2 players' styles on the table, Sean?
With the younger Daryl Sao, he's going to be fighting to get his forehand loop into play and just stay on top of that. Alexi Dewan, really balanced game. Keeps the ball on the table, doesn't go for too much, but very offensive-minded. A lot of this is going to come down to who can control the other player's serve and stop that third ball attack. You see Dewan doing a nice job to push the serve back, but unable to get that forehand to land. That's the opportunity he'd like to have on each and every point. But once that rally gets going, look for a lot of forehand counterattacks from the backcourt.
Fantastic start for Daryl Sal. Alexi Duan on the board. Alexi, 26 years old. He's got a decade on his opponent today. Daryl, just 16, will be 17 in March.
There's the forehand that Daryl Sal needs to land. Whoa, that was a big forehand that took a jump.
Sean, one thing I was contemplating last night and earlier today was there's a need for a MLTT individual player strength of schedule metric. You know, for instance, Nandan Naresh going 1 and 2 against Collet, you know, might be more impressive than, say, Yohan Rebate going 3 and 0 against Daniel Tran. And I'm not saying that categorically is true, but you know, we need to put all the numbers in some sort of a fancy algorithm.
Right, we heard early on that the most successful players are treating each game as an individual match. So if you think of it from that perspective, Nandan taking that game against Collet
was huge.
Monstrous. I mean, that made a big difference in the momentum and just stopping a 3-0 sweep.
So I'm not sure. I'm not smart enough to create that metric, but I think it'd be really interesting to put all the data that we've got into some sort of a RPI, a ratings percentage index, as you'd see in college basketball or something like that.
I think the power ratings that we have touch elements because every game that you win and point that you win.
So yes, I agree with you, except for the fact that, Kai Jong has been phenomenal for Carolina, but he's been consistently in the CD spot. So he's consistently faced off against weaker players than, say, Roman Lawrence, whose record is around 500, playing in the 2 spot for Carolina, the de facto 2 spot. But Kai is in the top 5 in the power rankings, and Roman's in the middle of the pack. They're both good players. That's a strong performance from Daryl Sal. Jumped out to a 3-0 lead, really never looked back. And from trailing by a couple points on the team tally, Texas, just like yesterday, has come back to tie it up. Sal takes game 1 over Duan. Daryl Sal with a game 1 win, 11-5 over Alexi Duan. 49ers jersey, I think, hanging out in the stands over there. Francisco hosting Detroit tomorrow in the NFC Championship game. Duan serves to start game 2.
Zero, one.
Even though that ball touched the top of the net, Daryl Sow's doing an excellent job of just hanging up on top of the table, not backing up, putting a lot of pressure on Alexei Duan.
Alexei was in retreat mode after his first shot, but he somehow wins the point from deep off the table.
Daryl having some smashing issues there. Like it was in between a smash and a loop. And there's the quick backhand off the bounce.
3. Like 1, 3.
Oh, that catches the edge.
1, 4.
Duan really trying to fire himself up.
Yeah, you can hear the allays from Alexei. I want to say he is our only French player in the Western Conference, correct?
I think you're right.
It's such a thrill to have so many great French players in Major League Table Tennis.
That was correct.
And Enzo Anglais, just so much fun to watch in the Eastern Conference.
4, 4.
Alexei knows that every single point in these matches, point that, I mean, winning a game to give your team a point.
Daryl Sow back up by 1 at 5-4. You know, Sean, I think it's pretty clear Enzo Anglais is the leading candidate to be the MLTT MVP. Certainly been the most dominant player in the East Division. Who in your mind has been the most dominant player in the West Division? It's more of an open, contested race. I mean, you probably would lean toward Collet, just thinking from the ranking standpoint, from a power ranking standpoint, but he has not been as dominant in either singles or doubles as Enzo's been.
Yeah, and I think even in the golden game, I haven't seen as many sweeps like we've seen on the East Coast by Collet. You know, the West Coast definitely all over the place.
Six,
6-all.
six, 7.
For the record, if throwing the paddle deflects the ball and it lands on the other side of the table, does the point continue?
Rules state that you have to have a non-playing hand, which means the paddle has to be in your playing hand.
Like quality,
So,
like middle backhand, middle backhand.
So when you
If you are ready for the quality dance to the forehand, I was a little slow down. Okay, very good. This ball maybe we serve one more time forehand short.
Yeah.
This is a wonderful question. How is it determined who plays against whom? So, there are 4 players in singles who will play. There's an A player, a B player, a C player, and a D player.
That's okay. You need to be ready, play your game. Okay. If you flip, you go back, no hurry. Even you want to finish, no hurry. You're too fast. No, just stay. Like if you want
a 2800 player, they're going to be the highest on their team. The first 2 can play the first 2 on the other side. And the third and fourth can play the third or fourth on the other side. So that keeps everything close and competitive. This point is very important.
Okay, one by one.
Really like the tips that Coach Maggie Tien, very positive. But the one tip she said is after you play that first attack, get back. Don't think it's going to be enough. Too often players are so excited to land a strong shot. They tend to watch it. Got to keep the feet moving. And that serve, just like you could see the smiles on the bench with Sonora Silva, Maggie Tien. It's exactly what they ordered. But that backhand exchange has really favored Daryl Sow. Moving it to the wide backhand and then into the middle. Great placement variation. Went for the same move, but couldn't time it.
Certainly been a very competitive game here in game 2. Duan serving at 8-all.
Let 8-8.
Duan needs to finish this off to keep our streak alive of having rubber games with each team splitting the first 2 games in the first 3 matches.
I know the next upcoming match in mixed singles will be very interesting.
Let 8-9.
Now, there have not been that many team matches all season long where we've had 4 straight matches where the 2 teams split the first couple games. And more often than not, about 58, 59% of the time, same player wins the first 2 games. So more than half the time, someone takes a 2-0 lead.
Alexei Duan continues to fight back here in game 2.
Another chance for Daryl Sow to take that 2-0 lead. And he'll do it on the miss-hit return. Good deep serve from Daryl Sow. It was close. We were tied late. Daryl Sow, the young 16-year-old from Fremont, California, gets it done when it counts. Daryl Sal went 1-2 yesterday, entered today with a 7-20 record in singles and MLTT. Has taken the first 2 games from Alexis Douan. Impressive performance from the teenager against the man 10 years his senior.
That is his first win, at least to take 2 points. Again, every game counts.
Now he's looking for his first sweep.
0-1.
No better time than the present to get your first sweep as we're nearing the end of the second half of the season. Of course, these teams will face off again in Seattle and then Wichita.
You ever been to Wichita, Sean?
I've flown over it.
That does not count.
I heard they love their table tennis there.
2-2. Hey, come on.
Two. Service error there from Sal.
2-3.
Again, strong backhand over the table. Douan starts the attack. Sal able to keep the pressure on, keep the ball low, keep the pace on the ball.
Alexis had a winning record in singles each of his first 2 MLTT weekends.
Leg 3-3.
But he is in danger of getting swept if he doesn't close strong here. Trying to grind through the frustration.
I think, Evan, as you said, that the concept of even though you lose the match 2-1, it really doesn't tell the full story. As each one of these games, you see the players fighting for everything as if it was a 2-0 lead just because you don't want to be swept.
If Douan can salvage a game here, then it would be a 6-6 tie heading into the final singles match. Lily Zhang versus Hiramitsu Kasahara. Get your popcorn ready.
And Lily has been the face of USA table tennis internationally, nationally, winning 6 singles titles, as well as a Youth Olympic medal. Excellent play by Sal. Just keeping his forehand radar, hitting every single point on the table. Cross court to the middle and then wide to the backhand. Oh, that was a great re-loop on the forehand side. Sal just keeping the pressure on.
Leg 6-5. 5-7.
7-5 lead for Alexis Douan.
Leg 5-7.
By the way, what are you predicting for that Zhang Kasahara match that's coming up?
Speed. Lily is going to be going backhand to backhand as much as possible. And Kasahara is going to try to back up quickly so he has some time to take a backswing.
You've artfully avoided really telling me what you think is going to happen.
It's a skill.
8, 6.
And you have to cheer for Lily. At least from my perspective as a former Team USA player.
8, 7.
Alexei not really sure what happened on that last ball. Really just tried to match Daryl Sal's speed for speed off the bounce on the backhand. Forgot to move his feet.
Alexei's had a few opportunities to create some separation here in game 3, and Daryl keeps coming back.
And you can just hear the difference. Alexei, you would not know he's down 0-2. The way he's bringing the heat here in the final game.
I do feel like he's playing with a sense of desperation. He does not want
and
to be
urgency,
swept.
right? He wants to even up this match. Just great playing by both players. Sal showing that his forehand is the bigger of the two. This would be a huge confidence builder for Daryl Sal. But a quality deep push by Alexei Duan. Just digging it deep into the backhand corner.
Duan 1 point away from tying this team matchup, 6 points apiece. And that'll do it. Alexei Duan gets 1 point for the Blasters, which really sets the stage for this final singles match between Zhang and Kasahara. The stakes are immense. Chat with Daryl Sal momentarily. He just got his first MLTT win, 2 out of 3, but Duan avoids being swept with style. Joined by Daryl Sal. Daryl, congratulations. An impressive performance.
Thank you.
Alexei battled hard in that third game, but what were you most proud about with the way you played in the first 2 games?
I feel like I just, I brought my energy today. I feel like with my previous matches, I wasn't really, didn't put my mental game into this as much as before. And I had a pretty rough start to MLTT, so I really wanted this win today.
So Daryl, talk about MLTT a little bit. What has it meant to you during your development? How important do you feel it is, and how excited are you to be part of it?
I'm actually really excited to be part of this new professional program. This is definitely a new experience for me. Definitely really excited to see how this will go plan on in the future, yeah.
Curious how you've handled the adversity. I'm sure you have a lot of wins throughout your table tennis career, despite being just 16 years old, but to face some of the best players in the world and to come up short, how have you handled that over the past several months?
I feel like just not giving up, honestly, just persistence and working hard to achieve something you desire.
What is your mentality after your match, before the Golden Game? What do you do to either calm down or stay warm or get ready for the climactic moments of the match?
I just mentally prepare myself for the hectic Golden Game, and yeah, that's for me the best way to prepare. Just mentally prepare, and as well as kind of studying the opponent before you play them.
How do you mentally prepare when you don't even know who you're going to play until right before?
It's just like setting down your mood, just calming down after like an energized win,
Great stuff. Appreciate the perspective, Daryl. Best of luck in the Golden Game. We'll see you in a bit.
All right, thank you.
2 out of 3 for Daryl Sao over Alexi Duan. And now we're tied 6-6 in the team tally. So whoever wins this match will give their team a lead heading into the Golden Game. And teams with a lead going into the Golden Game all season long are 45-15. They've won 3/4 of the time when they've had even just a 1-point lead going into the Golden Game. So the stakes are significant. The Golden Game will decide who wins this match. And this singles match will decide who has a lead going into that Golden Game. And Sean has been very coy about telling us what he thinks is going to happen with the 3-time Olympian Lily Zhang going head-to-head against the Japanese talent Hiromitsu Kasahara.
Match 5, game 1, Blaster serve 0-0.
Lily Zhang will serve first.
And there's the backhand-to-backhand exchange we're going to see a lot of. Kasahara is going to try to back off so he doesn't have to deal with the off-the-bounce tempo. Lily played so well in Pleasanton. She had her fans out. She took 6 points in singles against the male players.
1-2.
Well, there have been, I believe, 10 instances all season long of a male player going against a female player in a singles match. And for the most part, the women have struggled. But that does not tell the story of how Lily Zhang did in Pleasanton. She's gone 6-3 in singles. The rest of the women are 3-18. So Lily has been the outlier in terms of doing more than holding her own, being a dominant force.
Having two sweeps under her belt. No easy task. That ball looked like it had gone over and then came back.
And in the 8 team matches where one team has had a woman play singles and the other team has not had a woman playing singles, the team with a woman playing singles has won 7 of the 8 team matches. Again, I'm not sure you can draw too many conclusions.
I think you
from
can
that.
because you're putting your female into a singles. You're trying to up your doubles by playing a men's doubles match.
The irony, though, is that the men's doubles teams have not had a winning record in games against the mixed doubles teams.
Which I think it's because it's that particular woman that is playing up in singles and then is also scoring with the mix. And I think Lily has a lot to do with it in her singles play and very strong doubles, as well as Amy. So strong, although she hasn't played that well in singles. Losing to Vila of the Portland Paddlers.
Best point of the match so far. Kasahara wins the battle.
Lily did a nice job on returning 2 of the forehands with her forehand, but that final backhand just too far outside her comfort zone. She needs to be up at the table.
7-4.
Kasahara didn't like the bounce of that ball, asking for a new one. Lily made a super serve return. And there's the power of Kasahara's forehand. He needs to get that into the rally as quickly as possible to neutralize Lily's fast hands.
Oh, service ace. Totally flummoxed Kasahara there.
Great time to go for the deep serve.
Rallies back within 2 here in this opening game.
And that experience by Lily, just making sure any balls that come off the end of the table, she makes an offensive opening. Be a big mistake just to play a safe ball. Kazuhara will eventually take a big swing.
9-6.
Better to make him try that counter attack than swinging off of a ball without any offense. Yeah, that's going to be point to Texas every time.
10-6.
Pushing a ball deep over the end.
6-10.
Did get a racket on it.
Game 1 goes to Hiromitsu, 11-6. So the Texas Smash retake the 7-6 lead on the team tally. See if John can turn it around here in game 2 in just a moment. MLTT.com/shop to snag your own MLTT merch. Paddlers and the spinners to come later tonight. We are closing in on the first golden game of our Saturday doubleheader. First game 2.
And that's
Kazuhara with a little bit of whiplash there on Lily Zhang.
Yeah, Lily should realize any pushes off his serve. Really just letting the ball boy get to the corner.
Too good from Kazuhara.
Oh, and Lily took the biggest wind-up. She wanted to send a message the other direction. Just completely smothered this ball. Goes for the big flip kill. Such power by Kazuhara.
If you were coaching Lily Zhang, what would you suggest right now?
Open up after her serve with a topspin, but keep moving it around. Don't loop it to one spot. That was a nice deep serve there. Lily tried to move it to the backhand side. She doesn't need to overplay to get back into this game. Just settle down. Try to force the backhand to backhand exchange whenever possible.
6-2.
We should make a note. I believe this is the first time in MLTT history that a female player has been in the AB singles match.
6-2.
Exactly. So that
no Taowen Zhang, Al-Sayed Lachine, who was in the AB yesterday, is inactive. So the AB duo, which is the highest rated players from a ranking standpoint on the Blasters active roster, were Jinbao Ma and Lily Zhang. Seen women play singles, but it's been in the CD slot.
Right. Very smart, deep
9.
push. Kazuhara mixing it up, often dropping the ball short, as well as trying to keep Lily at bay. Oh, that's a nice backhand combination there. Lily's going to stay on his backhand side. Otherwise, she's going to get a counterattack.
That's a heck of a way to finish the point.
Lily really worked hard for that point. Great concentration. Stayed with it.
Look at this angle at the end of the point there.
Just seems that Kazuhara's spin is giving Lily too much difficulty in order to control it. And there's the power.
Just too good.
Game 2, smash.
Hiramitsu Kazuhara flew in from Tokyo yesterday, and as we said, in doubles, jet lag has not been a factor. It took 2 points for his team in doubles. He just guaranteed his team a lead heading into the Golden Game. The Texas Smash are surging here in Portland.
Game 3. Fluster's serve.
So it's an 8-6 lead for the Texas Smash. Lily Zhang trying to make it just a 1-point advantage heading into the Golden Game. Lily gets a new ball, but it has been pretty one-sided through the first 2 games, Sean O'Neill.
Yeah, no, Kazuhara has really doubled the focus. Hasn't given Lily a free point. Lily really forced to have to work for everything. It's on that last game as she was smashing the lobs. Kazuhara, from a male perspective, is very fast, especially on the backhand. But he has a lot of power once he delivers that forehand side. Look at that, you can just see him take it right off the bounce, create an extreme angle. And Lily made too soft of an opening, and you could see it, right?
Just didn't do enough. More of a pass than an attack.
We call it a safe opening, and the men love to counterattack those balls. Lily just has to keep paying attention to the exact placement. Keep moving it around. Don't let Kazuhara get his feet set.
Blasters nearly came from behind to win their Golden Game yesterday. They retook the lead after trailing by 9 points early in that Golden Game. They were down 11-2, took a 19-17 lead, but Seattle's Olajide Omatayo was the big winner with a golden sweep to close out the match. So if the Blasters don't score again here, and if they lose this match 15-6, which again is a long way to go, but if they only get 6 points, the door's going to be
spinners
wide open for Seattle to surge back into first place for the strong performance later tonight against the Paddlers. Lily Zhang having to work so hard. Didn't think Kasahara was ever going to miss.
Just a great point. Fans loving it.
Timeout. Smash.
Timeout Texas. First timeout used today by York Bitzigayo.
Look, watch it. Yeah. Yes. Both okay. If you go this, okay, she can. But what she's trying now is only she's playing quick, but she's playing backhand, middle, and you are too far, and they can only up, and she can go bang, bang. Because she's not changing here, but. Same on receive. Okay, if you drop short, what she can do? She drops short more or she push long. If you flick, she likes.
An interesting question. There were a few interesting questions.
Yeah. What do you think?
How much do the ball?
Still, if you serve.
And are they all the same?
But ball always like a half long. Huh? Middle is good. Middle. Hey, come on here, come on.
York could be a voice actor with those sound effects.
But I really liked when he asked, what do you think? Getting the player involved in the coaching process instead of just kind of telling them what to do when they might be uncomfortable. Big points right here for Bay Area Blasters. A lot of spin on that serve. And he's serving it into the mid forehand area.
Timeout. Block.
2 straight points for Kasahara, and now Maggie Tien wants to try to swing the momentum with a timeout. So the Blasters will take their final timeout before the Golden Game.
Called so close to each other. Why would you call a timeout? Well, a smart man, a friend of mine, said to me, you call a timeout when you think it could change the outcome of the match. And that's what this could be. If Texas Smash wins this game, they're going to start the Golden Game with a 3-0. If the Bay Area Blasters win, Texas Smash is going to start with a 1-0. The Golden Game is worth its weight in gold. It is 6 times as valuable as any other game. And it's winner takes all. And in this team matchup, it's going to determine the winner. So, if someone starts 9-6 and then loses the Golden Game is crucial, as are these last few points in game number 3. We'll talk more about it when we'll have time.
Sean, are you going to translate for us?
I think she said, let's go at the end.
Kasahara picks up where he left off before the timeout.
Follow through to the towel. Nice forehand smash.
Mentioned it yesterday about in 90% of all the matches in Major League Table Tennis, we've had at least one sweep. We've not had one yet today, but Kasahara's 4 points away from.
Oh, that was a great backhand by Lily. She took that last ball off the bounce and just added perfect placement into the body. So no sweeps.
Not yet. Lily hoping to keep it that way. I'm not sure Kasahara's gonna wilt here. He's been in pretty fine form.
He's, again, very good placement for that high toss serve. Instead of playing it over to the backhand side, which is Lily's strength, moving it all around Out to the forehand, but look at that forehand flip kill. What do you have to lose? Just hit it for a clean winner off the white line.
Really can't believe that ball just died off her paddle like that. Game points for Kasahara to complete the sweep. And a service error to finish the match. Kasahara, a respectful high five, and we do get the 3-0 sweep. The Texas Smash will take the 3-point lead heading into the Golden Game. Texas looking an inch closer to the Spinners in second place. And the Blasters in danger of dropping to 0-2 this weekend if they can't come from behind in the Golden Game that's coming up. Well, Sean, from the Texas perspective, it's kind of a similar Saturday to what we saw on Friday. The Smash got off to a slower start. Macbeth falling short in 2 of the 3 games against Ma, and then Naresh won only 1 game against Sonora Silva. But then the doubles changed the momentum. Kasahara and Wong. Daryl Sao got his first MLTT win, and then Hiromitsu Kasahara was too good in the 4th singles match.
Yeah, and these singles matches 3 and 4 for Texas to take a 2-1 then a 3-0, only 1 game short of that 6-0 sprint that they did against Portland. So right now, gotta say the momentum on the side of the Texas Smash.
See how the coaches handle the order for the Golden Game. Here's the commish, Flint Lane.
Smash leading 9-6 over the Bay Area Blasters. You'll be starting with a 3-point edge. Since you're behind, Coach, you'll be making the first choice. Adi Gadwani is your number 1.
Amy Wong.
Amy Wong is your number 1. They'll both play 1 point. Next.
Nandan Naresh.
Nandan Naresh is your 2.
Alexi
Duan is your 2 and your 3. Sonora Silver is your 3.
Daryl Sao.
Daryl Sao is your 3 and your 4.
Kasahara.
Hiromitsu Kasahara is your 4.
Jinbao Ma.
Jinbao Ma is your 4, making Lily Zhang your 5.
David Macbeth.
David Macbeth is your 5. Good luck, coaches.
York wanted that handshake from the commish. Superstitious, perhaps. Oh, this is interesting, Sean.
A lot of mixed singles here.
We don't have a single repeat matchup of what we saw.
First time ever?
Other than Adi Gadwani going against Amy Wong, they went against each other in doubles. Now they're playing each other in singles. But the biggest surprise for me was, usually you see the top players in one of the top 2 or 3 spots at worst, but both players, both coaches going another direction. So Gadwani and Wong playing 1 point. Gadwani hits it long and hit Amy Wong's paddle. She looked kind of sheepishly. She's like, I didn't cost myself anything there, did I? And no, you did not. That's still your point. So it's a 4-0 lead for Texas. Naresh versus Duan.
Some very short points here. And the
Blasters,
serve.
do you think about an early timeout?
That's a great call. I would say if it gets to 7, you got to stop the bleeding. Wow.
Long look over at Maggie Tian, look of concern on her face, but not halting the proceeding just yet. Dewan gets the Blasters on the board. Daryl Sal versus Sonora Silva.
I expect a much longer rally or set of rallies here.
Both these guys went 2-1 in their singles match earlier.
7-2.
Silva just seems to have, when he gets into these backhand-to-backhand exchanges, a little bit more behind the ball. Not sure if it's more of his technique or if it's his weight leaning forward. Wow. Look at Daryl Sal.
He's been locked in.
He said it during the interview, the mental approach and just bringing his full focus. Oh.
3-8.
Look at that
what a backhand.
I mean, there's just no hesitation. Lining it up, full force.
3 out of 4 for Silva.
And this is a great international match here. Kazahara. Up-tempo tactics against Jinbao Ma. Strong forehand.
9-4.
Jinbao Ma looking to play a safe return, but off of a topspin serve, that's not easy.
Kasahara has just been a backboard.
Just jamming Jinbao Ma into his backhand corner further and further. No place to turn.
Critical points here for the Blasters.
And there's the trademark Jinbao Ma. Short serve with the forehand, step around the backhand and just start driving his forehand topspin all over the table. Here's our second mixed singles matchup.
Lily Zhang's gonna have her hands full. Dave Macbeth just with a flick of a wrist. That was nasty.
Such leverage on those balls that sit above the net, close to the net. And that's the most animated we've seen Macbeth.
Nothing Zhang can do about that. Now it's her turn on the serve. Lily gets on the board here in the Golden Game for the Blasters.
Great control on the short game. One more serve.
Make it a 4-point game or a 6-point game. And it'll be a 6-point lead for Texas as Macbeth takes 3 out of 4. Now it's Gadwani and Wong. Amy won the only point they played earlier. They got 4 points to play here. If the game does reach the ultimate golden point at 20 all, it would be these two retaking the table to decide the match.
Wow, that would be, Amy had played, I want to say, against Fabi Diaz in the final point as well of a golden game.
November 17th, the only night in MLTT history that there were 2 ultimate golden points. Bay Area winning the other one, Taiwan Zhang over Jiwei Xia.
14.
Amy able to just keep that ball down and low. Couldn't tell if it hit something on her paddle, but somehow she managed to keep the pressure on.
Long earns the split. Still a 6-point lead for Texas. Naresh versus Duan.
16-9.
Really like Nandan Naresh's technique on the forehand. Just really coming across his body, staying in position.
Blasters using their final timeout.
These are must-win points now.
Get
your professional equipment.
But you underspin
Try just balancing a spinning ball on your fingernails when you have about a few weeks in quarantine. It is not easy to do, just saying. For him, it's relaxing. Lily John does the same. A lot of the professionals have different tricks that mere mortals don't master.
If you serve heavier, then you need a ready
Right now, 7 points between them. Remember, this is a game to 21.
Today he's a
And it's
backhand,
worth
okay?
16 points. 16 points. The area blasters still have a chance, but it's going to take a change in the exchange rate.
Naresh has won 4 of the 5 points he's played so far in the Golden Game against Alexi Duan. Make it 5 out of 6.
9-17.
Will it be a 6-point game or an 8-point game with Silva and Sao returning to the table? It'll be a 6-point game. Blasters maintaining some relative connectivity. They need Silva to take at least 3 out of 4 like he did last time. If he does take 3 out of 4, get a little interesting.
Well, at the same time,
Daryl Sao
Daryl could end it. What would really be a great day for Daryl Sao, getting his first win and playing some key points in the Golden Game.
Oh, he missed the smash. He had it all set up, but the point goes to Silva. And Sonora shows a smash of his own. And Silva does take 3 out of 4. Back to a 4-point game. Can Jinbao Ma cool off the flamethrower that is Hiromitsu Kasahara?
Kasahara is just so quick with the wrist on his backhand side. Jinbao Ma, nice opening. Kasahara just counterattacked it off the bounce. Oh, beautiful misdirection. And now, match point.
Hiromitsu has just been on a mission.
From
Determined
Japan.
and dominant. Match point. Jinbao Ma saved one with a fiery forehand.
That was all or nothing. Turning the corner, hitting the bullseye.
But it's over. And it feels appropriate that Hiromitsu Kasahara hits the final winner of the night for the Texas Smash. Kasahara was just a man possessed. 21-15 is the final for the Golden Game, and Texas wins this match 15-6 over the Blasters.
The level just got too high. Congratulations, Texas Smash. Stick around, everybody. At 7 o'clock, we'll have the next match with your very own.
What can you say about that performance from the Smash? Let's hear what the coach has to say. Jorg Bitzigayo, I asked you about 3 hours ago how you doing. You said you'd let me know around 6:30. It's 6:15. Can you let me know how you're doing?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Pretty good.
Your team played pretty well. Hiromitsu Kasahara was just a buzzsaw in both the singles and the Golden Game. Flying in from Japan last night. Were you surprised by how solid and dominant he was?
I mean, first of all, I give him a lot of respect for what he showed today, right? Regardless if he flew in last night from Japan or not, honestly, we didn't talk about this today because it actually doesn't count, right? If he's lined up, if he tells me that he's ready to play, then we go from there. I think he was really determined and focused. Tough situation playing Lily Jung because he actually can only lose. Everybody's expecting him to win 3-0, and that's actually the tough part, you know, to stay quiet, to stay concentrated. And I think he managed this quite well, and especially in the Golden Game, then he you know, showed up very, very good against Ma Jingbao, which was crucial.
Okay, so 2 quick questions I have, Jorg. Number 1, walk us through Daryl Sao. He gets his win. How big of a confidence boost? It seems like he's just done everything right, fighting hard, showing perseverance. Will this win make that big of a difference, or just keep doing the same thing?
I think we're going to see in the future. I mean, he since weeks he was waiting for his first win, and we tried to explain him that this is not about winning or losing. This is about collecting games for the team, which he did in the past. A couple of times already, and also today we tried to explain him that this is about performing, playing ball by ball, point by point, and not thinking too much. He was really nervous, you know. I actually had the impression he had a kind of a fever, you know. He was always trying to cool down, putting some cool pad on his head, because, I mean, I can understand the kid. He's young, you know. He wants to prove himself. He wants to contribute to the team, which I think he's doing already all season long, but he himself puts a lot of pressure on him, and we try to just release the pressure. That's what we can do.
And second quick one is, how are you going to get Amy more involved in the celebrations? She seems to be a little bit nervous with the team jumping together.
Can I put this on you guys? Maybe you can teach her. I mean, that's her personality, and I think it's fine. You know, we respect her the way she is. We know I work with her since 6 years, so I don't think we will get her jumping into the box, but that's okay. She has her own way. She's helping. She's playing well. I actually have not been very happy tonight with the first 2 matches, I have to say. We just kept fighting, but we didn't play well. But we stayed in the match. You know, we kept it close, and then we were able to turn the page in the mixed doubles, and then after we had a stronger lineup probably in the last 2 matches. Outcome is great. Second night, second win. So another day tomorrow.
What went into the decision to put Nandan in the 2 spot in the Golden Game?
I wanted to give the Bay Area coach something to think about, because otherwise we are too predictable. If I line up Hiromitsu as number 2, I knew they're going to put Ma Jingbao. If I put someone else, so I knew that couple of the draw will be set up automatically. But I wanted to irritate her a little bit, and I was quite happy with the draw for the Golden Game, actually. Yeah. You know, we were thinking about putting Amy against Lily, but I was confident enough that we can also put someone else against her and free up a boy, so it's okay.
Last thing, Jorg, how often do you look at the standings?
Never.
Never?
Quite easy. Never.
Not all season?
No. For what reason? I mean, we have, you know, there are 7 rounds. That's it, and we have to perform. If we don't perform, it's no reason to look at it. And I think we are fighting all season. We are trying to find our own way. We are bouncing back. We have good nights. We have nights where we can do better. I'm going to take a look after the 7th weekend, and then we will see if we get an 8th one. But it's a long road, a long way to go.
Thank you for the perspective. Congrats on the 2-0 start to this weekend. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you, hopefully.
Jorg Bitzigayo. I expect to see him tomorrow. The Texas Smash, Sean, closing strong has been their style, and today no one played better than Hiromitsu Kasahara. Hiro, congratulations. What a last few days it's been for you. Can you share with our viewers just you know, where you were 2 days ago and yesterday and how you're feeling today?
2 days ago, All Japan Championship, I play chopper and 3-1, 10-8 leading, but after 3-4 lose, mentality and body is down, 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 airplane also down, but today focus, MLDD, change my mind.
So how often do you get a chance, whether it's in Japan or in other countries, to play competition against female players? Is this the first time?
First time, yeah.
More pressure, less pressure?
I think Lily-chan is good player, good. So not think women player. I think I focus my play, so not too much nervous.
What were you most pleased about with your performance today?
Not too much easy mistake. I play more safety, so I can good play.
I compared you to a backboard out there. You were just returning everything to the table. It was impressive to watch. Hiro, we'll let you go. Congrats on a good win today, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Thank you.
The Texas Smash are 2-0, Sean. The Seattle Spinners will try to join the Smash with 2 wins in the weekend, but Texas closing in on a playoff spot perhaps, with Seattle trying to retake first place if they can get a win over the Paddlers later this evening.
Yeah, no, it looks, everything's getting more jumbled up, which we expected. Of course, there's 2 more locational changes that we'll have, but tonight we've got the Paddlers next.
We're about 36, 37 minutes away from the start of our next team match, and we hope you will join us then for Seattle and the hometown Paddlers. It's going to be a fun evening here at the Expo Center. Certainly it was a strong start for the Bay Area Blasters tonight. Jimbao Ma took 2 out of 3. Sonura Silva did as well, but the doubles match shifted the momentum, and the final 2 singles matches were all about the smash. Daryl Tsao gets his first win in a singles match, taking 2 out of 3 from Alexi Duong, and Hiramitsu Kasahara. Excellent in both doubles and singles for the team from the Lone Star State. On behalf of our entire talented production crew and from our broadcast partner, Sean O'Neill, Evan Lepler saying so long for now from the Expo Center in Portland, Oregon. Texas takes it 15-6 over the Blasters. We'll see you at the top of the hour for Seattle and Portland.